Hello guys and welcome to a video in a very different place. Today I want to talk about a new way that I'm trying to approach building, which is building with no expectation for when or even if you're going to finish. So let's talk about it. So those of you who are familiar with my channel may know that this is not Tredegor Province, which is my usual building space. And that's because I was feeling kind of uninspired with what I had around me and I wanted to do something really new and different. And one of the different things I'm doing here is that I am trying to build with no idea of when this is ever going to get done. Now, typically, especially as I've gotten more into YouTube, I start a build and I tell myself, okay, this is going to take about 5 days. This is going to take about 10 days. It's going to take about 15 days. This is going to take about 30 days. And I kind of compile it into an idea of I can probably get out the final video in like 3 months. Increasingly, I've also been trying to break that down into bits like if I finish this cathedral bit, then I can put out a video a week from now showcasing how to do like a church interior. Once I do the castle, then I can do maybe the castle video by itself or make it themed around something like medieval defenses. But the point being that as I've gotten more into YouTube and as I've gotten more into doing Minecraft in kind of a professional way, I've started working on a timeline for everything that I do, basically. And this build is an attempt to get away from that. So my earliest estimate is that this interior part of the town, along with whatever bits I end up procrastinating, are probably going to take me to about July of 2026, if I had to take a guess. This build is going to be about 2 Regensburgs stuck together. So let me show you what I mean. So just for fun, I have overlaid my last big major city, Regensburg, on top of this place. And you can see that it comes out to about half. So that's what I mean when I say it's going to be 2 Regensburgs. It literally is going to be 2 of my biggest builds stuck together. One of the things I'm hoping to gain from doing this project in a specific way is to avoid burnout. Instead of telling myself this needs to be done at a certain time and then feeling bad when it's not done by that time or trying to force through periods of being uninspired, I'm only going to work on this build when I feel genuinely inspired to do something. I'm not going to push myself to do a bunch of interiors I'm not happy with and then feel like I'm not really proud of it. And the same way, I think that this is going to be a respite from any burnout I get on my Tredegor world, because as I do continue to try to work within a specific space in that world, I'm going to have a place where I can come to just hang out, no expectations, no idea of, oh, I can't build right now because I have to show people what's in progress at this point in the build so that they can follow along. Just having a place where I can flex my muscles and hang out creatively and then go back to Tredegor when I feel inspired to do something there. I might come out here and do a dock before I actually do any of the inside town, and I don't want to be in this mindset of telling myself, well, you're not actually doing the build, you're just doing something else as procrastination for the build. So this is kind of an attempt to get away from this mindset into a more free-flowing, creative way of building. Now, I have thought a lot about how this build is going to turn out. Basically, I'm going to be inspiring myself from Paris in the 16th century, so about 1550-ish. Obviously, this is not the actual layout of Paris. Paris is centered on a river. This one is centered on a hill. But I'm kind of trying to inspire myself by some of the build palette, and my goal here is just to have fun with it. This is going to be a build that I can come back to regularly. Like I said, I'm probably going to take breaks from this. I'm probably going to take a break, maybe a couple weeks here, maybe a month here. I'll go do other projects. I'll come back to this. I might do a live stream. I might go a couple weeks without live streaming from here. But the point is that while I am continuing to put out regular videos from Tredegor Province, I'm going to have this on the back burner for the next year or so. And it's just going to be a project for me. And then at the end, or at points where I feel like I have something genuinely really cool and interesting to share, I'll come in and I'll make a video on my own schedule, kind of aside from the Tredegor stuff. So yeah, I guess this is a little bit of a channel update, but I don't really see it that way. For me, it's more of a creative update and a way that I'm trying to approach building without specific expectations. So I have thought about making a city where I only do like half of the interiors, and I didn't find that really fulfilling. I'd rather take my time with it. Even though I know I can't really show most of the interiors on YouTube, I do find that doing the interiors makes it more meaningful for me. So that's another part of how I'm trying to do this. And I'd say the last important part is that this is going to be probably the center of my next Forever World. So as Tredegor is getting a bit long in the tooth, this place is going to slowly take over. So like I said, we're going to have a big dock here. It's probably going to have a big sort of seawall, and we're going to fill it with ships. The ships are probably going to be going to some other town on the sea. Over here, we have this big open stretch of plains land that I'm probably going to want to fill with farms. There is a lovely island here on this lake, so I was thinking maybe some kind of monastery could be cool here. We also have this hill in the distance, so I might flatten that into farmland, or I might keep it as a hill and do something completely different here. Maybe this is going to be some kind of suburb of the main big town. And you can see we have a really big open canvas to work with. So I think it's going to be really interesting, really rewarding, and it's going to take a really long time before this place starts to look like Tredegor did with all these different interconnected towns. So I don't want to put a schedule on myself for that. It's just, if we get to it, we get to it. So yeah, this is a bit of a different video than I typically do. I usually like to keep it a bit more structured, but I guess this one is going to be a bit more of a ramble. But it is an important one, and I think it's important to let you guys know what kind of creative stuff I'm doing in Minecraft. And I think just trying to take your time, not abide to a schedule, and just go as you feel like it is something that a lot of us have been maybe missing in Minecraft and in our other creative projects. So I think this is a cool idea. And if you guys have started doing the same in the past few months, let me know how it's been working out for you. If you're interested in starting this with me and starting to work outside of a schedule and a timeline, keep me updated. Let me know how it's going. You guys can always join the Discord. It's in the description as usual. And that is going to do it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like. If you want to see what this place looks like once I add in about 125 buildings, yes, I counted, stick around. It's going to be done at some point. I can't promise when, but I think that's part of the fun. So yeah, guys, see ya.